All right. Welcome to the Dean Bodie Show. Dean Bodie Show. Anniversary special. I am pumped. Oh, notice the new microphone that handles, see these little fuzzy things here? I had that other thing, um, the wind filter. Okay? It's the size of a garbage can lid. But I can duck behind it. I can do characters and stuff. And I was kind of enjoying that part of it. But a little big, a little intimidating. So we got this thing. What it's supposed to do, it's supposed to stop what they call the plosives. The p, the t. The p and the t. The plosives. Okay? So we're going to see how this little guy does. I got an orange one. Oh, yeah, we got different colors. A whole bag of them, baby. So welcome to the anniversary special. Oh, man. Come on. Boom. This is the Bodie, the Dean Bodie. All right? 5 years she's been home with me today. The greatest 5 years of my life, hands down. Period. End of story. Boom. Okay? Bodie helps me see things I never would see before. Happy anniversary, baby. Got you on my mind. Happy anniversary, baby. Got you on my mind. Little River Band. Oh, gosh, man. It made me get an album. When I heard that, it just popped in my head. And happy anniversary, Bodie. Wow. To many, many more years. May we live 100 years together. And then when it's all said and done, dig a hole where both of us are going to jump in together. And it's over. So, listen, man. The Little River Man, the happy anniversary thing, as I said on the teaser earlier. Oh, first of all, are you subscribing to the channel, the YouTube show? The YouTube channel, the Dean Bodie, DEANBODI space show, YouTube channel. Subscribe. Click the like. Ring the bell. So what's the point of all this? Subscribe, ring the bell. What's he talking about? The bell is going to send you reminders. You don't want to miss any of these shows. Yeah, right. We're not diving into this COVID schmovid all the time. It's pandemic schmandemic. We're going real stories. Let's go back into down memory lane and across and around and over the bridge and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. And start tapping into some of that stuff. Man, look at all the memories we had, all the stuff. I want to tie it in together as I'm waiting for the 800 number to be finished with the special message from, hey, Lucy, when are you going to finish it? So we can take calls and stuff. I want to bounce off your stories as well. You're going to see all the connections that we have. I promise you it's going to be a blast, and I'm having a blast doing this. Bodie is my sidekick, and the greatest thing that ever happened to me, 90% of the show, Bodie. She's the muse. She's the energy behind this whole production. She's the director, the producer. Okay? I'm just a guest. Dean Bodie Show. So don't forget Dean Bodie Podcast. Wherever you get podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, all the platforms, all the ones that we need to be on, we're on. Okay? So don't forget that too, deanbodie.com. That's the website. It's up and running. Put the email in there. Get on our list. We can do a little back and forth. Whatever we're here for you. We're here for you. So the anniversary song by the Little River Band, happy anniversary, baby. That's not the real meaning. Some of you sticklers out there, that's not what it really means. They're talking about when somebody was with somebody, and then they broke up, and then he had a memory of them, and then he said happy anniversary, like he knows you're with somebody else, and but still happy anniversary anyway, because you're doing better with the new guy. Oh, God. Okay? We put our own meaning on there. We cherry pick stuff. You know, you go 20 years down the road and you realize a lyric from the past, you weren't even close. I got so many examples of that I thought that's what it was. So it got me into trouble one day. First girlfriend, let's call her Traci number one. I'm saying number one because it got a little crazy with the Tracys in my life. I don't know why. We had a Traci 1, we had a Traci number 2, and a Traci number 3. All fantastic. but they just happen to be named Traci. Different spellings here and there, but oh man, that was something. But Traci number one, we'll call her. Shout out to you. You were awesome. And we were having a moment, and we had a little quiet time, and as we do, and we heard a song, Lion Eyes, by the Eagles. And as the song's going on, the mood is nice. We're chilling out, hanging out in a room from what I remember. Door had to be open. Mom and Dad, come on, let's get real. Got to do it the right way. Respect. And I said to her after the song, I said, you have lion eyes, thinking that it was like a lion, like a cute lion, like the animal. Little did I know it meant lying like you're a liar. Okay? Talk about sucking the romance out of the room. And she looked at me square in the eye and goes, I don't have lion eyes. And I was like, She must have been like, I'm dating this most stupidest guy in the world. It seemed like our relationship was never the same ever again. How do you start to walk that back? No, what I really meant to say was, the lion, like you have a cute lion. Yeah, but that's not what the song means. You're saying that I have lion eyes. Oh, God, what a nightmare. The things we learn, we're younger, the whatever. Anyways, we got through it, and we enjoyed the relationship as long as we could. All right, you got to drive my Z28. The end. So, man, we're going to go down. Get ready, all right? Because we're going to where we used to catch a lot of fish. Back in the day, oh, my God, the fishing was like the amount of fish I caught with a little ball of white bread. Okay? It had to be the white bread. Hey, Millie, he's talking about the fishing. He is? He is. Little ball had to be the white, like Wonder Bread, because it was sticky. You get it a little, you didn't even have to add any water. It would just be like this sticky ball. You put it on the hook, throw it into the canal. We had a canal in Kendall that was in the back of the neighborhood, full of brim, full of gar. Catching brim left and right. No, we didn't fry them up and eat them, but we caught them with the little ball of bread. Boom. It was a day of fun, boy. As a young boy, we're talking, I don't know, 9, 10, 11 years old, fishing like a champ. If it was a competition, oh, man, some of my friends and I, we would have got gold, reeling them in like nothing. Or just a drop line with your hand, and the drop line, you drop it in and pull them up because they're little fish like this. Then once in a while, you hook up a gar. If you don't know what a gar is, this gar is like this prehistoric fish. Looks like an alligator in the water. Now, when a gar gets the bread, as it would on occasion, instead of the brim, you get the gar out, and you can't, I'm sorry, I never went in there and got the hook out like I did with the brim. The brim were a little cuter and safer. The gar, with the nose that long with the teeth, cut the string. Goodbye, gar. Sorry I couldn't get the hook out, but I don't want to lose a hand. Okay? You're a little guy. Your hand is a teeny hand. The gar looks pissed off, and he's going to eat it. Okay? So, but we caught a ton of fish with that. And the tackle box back in the day was like crazy. You had things like the rubber worms, the different colors of the rubber worms. Some of them were more firm than others. Some were sticky. The hula popper, where you put the hula popper was a game changer. The hula popper, you throw that thing in there. This thing's skipping across the top of the water. It's got this lure look in the mouth open, and you're thinking that it's going to drive the fish crazy. Not as good as the bread. It looked cool, but it didn't catch the fish like the bread did. Not even close. But the hula popper was fun doing it, or the jigger, and you'd pull the thing across the top of the water, and the jigger would be bouncing. It was just fun playing around with all that stuff. You had the Daiwa reel, or you had the line that came out the top of it, and you'd hold the trigger down and cast it. Or the Daiwa, where you flip it over first, you got to hold the string, and fizz, And man, we were good, man. We were good at casting. We never got into the fly fishing, none of that stuff. But the ball of bread, it had to be the white bread. Now, if you had the wheat bread, it wasn't going to work as well because it wasn't as sticky and it would fall apart and they float in the water. You're like, there goes the bait. The white bread, little balls, crushed it. Catching the brim left and right, catching the gar, but had to cut the line on the gar. Wasn't that brave. And once in a while you get a bass, right? And wow, fishing was a lot of fun back then in the canals and the lakes of around the hood, and we were reeling them in like nobody's business. Also, you'd have things like a bobber and the weights. What a project! Catching these fish. Sometimes too much of a project when all you needed was the ball of bread. Okay? So sometimes you get the floater on there just so the line, you'd let it hang down a couple of feet in the water and you'd watch for that bobber to move. That was the cool thing about the bobber. You get to watch that thing go boink, boink, and you know, fish on! We didn't say that, but you know you had a fish. Too much fun doing that. Oh, God, we're going way back. That's going way back, early 70s. And not too far from that, the time I got caught shoplifting. Wah, wah, wah. He's not going to talk about shoplifting, is he? Yes, he is. At a store called Jefferson's. Okay, let me set the tone here because I really don't feel like I did that much wrong. But it was enough to get caught by security, call my parents, me and my buddy, let's call him Barry, got caught together, and it was not good, okay? So I'm going into the store, and this is when we're collecting Hot Wheels. I go in, and we buy the Hot Wheels. Legitimate in the beginning. We go outside. We're so excited to play with the new Hot Wheels. So we take them out of the package, and we're rolling them around. One of my Hot Wheels was like tilted like this. The wheel was not even close to flat. Could it have been the ground? I guess partially. But one of the ones was rolling fine. The other one was tilting up like it was on some kind of jack and bent. So what I decided to do, go back down the Hot Wheel aisle and just replace it. Put the other one back, the crappy one. Take the new one, put it into the bag, and while I was doing that, I decided, why not just take one more? What's it gonna hurt? Boom, in the bag. The eye in the sky, security saw me. As I'm walking out the front door, tap, tap, tap on the shoulder. Come with me. I was terrified. So they took us both back into the little detaining area. Called the parents. Parents, we got punished big time. And then I remember talking to my friend Barry because he wasn't allowed outside for a while. Mom, I don't know. I had like a day of stay in your room, but then I was outside again. So I felt like my punishment wasn't as bad as his. Did I learn my lesson? Not really. But that's my shoplifting thing. And the funny thing about this whole thing is it came in handy later down the road. I mean, way later down the road as I was dating somebody at the time who had a couple of kids and the son got caught shoplifting at a GameStop because he wanted a game. And the cool thing about it was on the way home after he felt like, he was getting punished and all that, I told him, don't worry about it. I'll tell you my shoplifting story and when I got caught. He felt so much better, man. I shared my story. Don't worry about it. It happens. Just don't do it again. You know? You do it. And she was like, wow, thanks for saying that to him, so he doesn't feel so guilty and all that. It's like you feel like a real nut. But I think about how many times I got away with it, though. Hello. Collecting football cards, going to the 7-Eleven, looking to see the guys watching. You got your bag. You paid for your stuff. Let's go down the aisle one more time. Boom. Throw a couple extra packs in there and get out of there. And hopefully you don't get caught. Oh my gosh, the things we used to do. So much fun. And I'm telling you, man, listen, having a great time with the anniversary special. And, we're going down these kinds of roads, the fishing, the shoplifting, the songs and the lyrics, and you're making them up as I go. They get you in trouble. But that's all part of life. That's what we're doing here at Dean Bodie Show. Real stories. Look, I'm looking at you. Real stories. You don't want to miss these stories. I hope it's taking you down memory lane. We're going to be bringing it at you. Dean Bodie Show. All right? YouTube channel. Come on, subscribe. Click the like button. Hit the bell so you get the reminders. Because we're on our way. We're growing every day. It's exciting. And we're trying to tweak things as we move forward. And we got the new microphone look here without the big disc, the garbage can lid, and we'll see how this thing turns out. That's supposed to handle the plosives. All right? Let's just see real quick here, just so I don't want to miss anything here because we're talking about so many cool. We got oh yeah, boy, we fried up some melanasa last night in the kitchen. Okay, chicken cutlets. If you don't know what the melanasa is, breaded, pounded chicken, breaded, just like I used to do back with George Delgardio, shout out at Pier 441, who taught me how to cook in the kitchen with the cutlets and putting the sauce and putting the mozzarella on there and making la parmigiana. Okay? So we fried up some cutlets last night, and what did I do? Mr. Smart Guy, he decides he's going to take all that grease after doing like 4 beautiful cutlets, which I'm going to Parmesan them today, by the way. Oh, we're going to be doing a cooking show, Dean Bodie cooking show one day. I'm going to show you how we do it over here, okay? We got some skills. Yeah, it might be just show you how to scramble some eggs if you don't know, all right? Or something a little more fancy, like the Parmigiana. Fry up some cutlets. Do a chicken in a bag with some veggies and the whole massage the bird with the herbs and all that stuff. So I take the grease. I thought it was cool enough, and I dumped it down the disposal. Bad idea. Those of you that are up from the north or whatever that call it the garburator, okay, it's not a garburator. It's the disposal. All right? That's the real, not a garburator. Disposal. Let's use the right terminology. All of this stuff. I grew up with the Boston kids and the Jersey and the New Yorkers. My family's from New York, the Bronx, New York, okay? And words like, we're going to the Packy. Watch out for the cruisers. We're going to go out and get hammered. Let me tell you something about the Boston kids. Shout out to my buddy Andy. If you go out and you get into a rumble and you're down there, who do you want backing you up? You want a Boston kid backing you up. These they're scrappers. This is how they grew up, And for some reason, the kids from Boston, their hands are bigger. Their fists are bigger. They're ready to go. But I love them, man. I love the energy and all that. That fast-talking New York, Jersey, Boston, these are the people I hung around my whole life. So, awesome. I love all the terminology. I get a kick out of it. And it's all good. But it's a disposal. It's not a garburator. Let's just get that straight, okay? So I clog up the disposal. It gets a little gunked up, and it starts smoking out from under the sink. Oh, no. I let it cool down, and it just so happens, hit the reset button underneath. If you don't know where that is, it's a little reset button under the disposal. Boom. Just hit it, and it releases it. I don't know how that little button works. It's like a nothing reset button. I don't get it. Click, flip it, and it goes back on again. Whoever comes up with this stuff is crazy. The funny connection with this whole thing with the disposal clog is about a year ago, I bought this funny product. Why on Amazon? I just saw it. I thought that I would get it. Foam disposal cleaner. You stick the nozzle in there, you foam it, you leave it there for a minute, or 10 minutes, and then you rinse it down for a minute. I just did it for the first time today. Well, because it's got lemony scent, it freshened it up, it's supposed to clean it a little bit, gimmick, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Set it and forget it, like that guy Ron Popeil with the pocket fisherman, or that little oven you put the chicken in there. Set it and forget it. That's kind of like that. All right, you gotta love these guys with the inventions. All of that stuff brings me back. All the funny memories with the old TV shows and all of this stuff. All in the family. I think about all this stuff in my head sometimes. You meathead, you get out of my chair, huh? Edith, tell the meathead to get out of my chair, you, huh? Oh, I miss shows like that. They wouldn't even allow them to be on TV today with the way they were. Oh my gosh, crazy. So, anyways, we're going to wrap things up with the anniversary special. Happy anniversary, baby. Got you on my mind. Little River Band. Man, it's so good. And I love you, Bodie, so much. And this is the Dean Bodie Show. Don't forget, Dean Bodie Podcasts. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts. Give it a 5-star review. Subscribe. Enjoy the ride, because we're coming at you daily, because we're over here in Dean Bodie. We know that life is not weekly or monthly. It's a daily thing. And we're not going to be dip our toe lightly in the COVID, the pandemic, schmandemic, but we want real fun life stories. We want to take you on a journey. Come on the journey with us. Listen, man. I hope you're having a great day. I know that I am. Make it a good one. And, Dean Bodie Show. Have an awesome day. Talk at you soon. Bye now.